What up, what up, what up? Good morning. We are back. It's Monday, chat. The 13th. We are officially back in the building. You know the vibes. So, welcome to the morning show. BDH. East Coast. That is correct, Demondo. So, who do we have? Who do we have here? We got to shout you out, guys. So, if you are one of the first people on the stream, we got to keep the tradition alive here and shout you out. So who do we have that's rocking out first thing on a Monday? We need to know. I think that's the question of the day. So we're going to quickly find out. Don't you worry here, chat. Optimize Your Odyssey, good morning. T Cooks, good morning. BDH, Lady Gray, let's make some money. Hey, that's the goal. That is the plan. So the rich girl, as always, good morning, BDH and D. Hey, what up? How are you? We are back. So, respect the GOAT. Okay, all right. Okay, I feel you. So, who else do we have? Hard Hat Trading. Sophia, Tim Murray, as always, good morning. Rick Law, what up? Captain Price. Ginger, good morning. We are back officially. So hopefully you guys had a good weekend. And we are locked and loaded, ready to get the party started. So Viking Tiger, I'm new here. Okay, well, welcome to the party. welcome to the show. Welcome in. So, oh man. Thomas Zedin 1577, he's saying shout him out please. Well, what's gonna happen if we shot you out? So did you make a bet with the homies that you get shouted out and they have to pay you something? Hopefully you win some money there because you got shouted out. So Forex Ike, what up? Forex Ike is in the building. So oh man, it is Monday, chat, and we're gonna hop into this thing, try to make some money here. So we will see what the vibes are hitting like. Oh man. All right, so well, we are currently sitting from a price standpoint 29,730. So I do see that. So the interesting part here, chat, is that Friday's daily candle obviously was a bullish pin bar. I rocked out Friday morning, rocked out with Denny in the afternoon, and we had a whole bunch of chop basically right in the afternoon. So hopefully today we get more follow through and there's some decent kind of price action. We know Friday's high 30,077.75. So just gonna map out Friday's high, chat. So 77.75. Gotta change this really quick. You got Friday's low sitting at 29,675. So 29,675. Looks like that was even. So yeah. All right, so that's Friday's daily candle low high and low mapped out, chat. So right now we are obviously sitting within Friday's range at the moment, daily candle range. So just got to be aware that we've been having like some kind of consolidation overall, right? When you kind of look at the higher time frame, you've been having like these pushes up to these higher lows. Basically, you got a higher low, kind of like retracement to the downside and push back up. So Will that continue? I'm not sure, chat. We got to figure out, right, today as the day progresses. So we're going to try to trade what's in front of us, not what we think. So I don't have a bias coming into the market because the reality is that that's how you basically kind of get chopped in a market like this, right? If you're kind of, oh, I'm long bias and the market turns bearish and the momentum is to the downside, then it probably pays you, you know, to be smart and try to join that momentum. So that's the plan either way. So that's the thought process, guys. If we lose these lows down here, right, if we lose below 29,544, I think more downsides kind of come in here. So I do see that as a possibility. You kind of look at the 1 hour chart, it just kind of looks like we have had some kind of issue here at the EMAs, kind of rejection, trying to possibly sell back off here, right, to the downside. So if that's the case, I mean, there is this area down here that we got to be mindful of. That could be an area of interest for the bears. If we get back above the 14 EMA, basically this is the 1 hour chart, chat, 29,750 area, right? We get back above that 50 EMA, then we could be headed. Obviously, there's a lot of room back up here to the upside. So just kind of be mindful that, you know, there's room in either direction. And that's just basically how I think you have to play it right now, right? So, you know, we break 800 here, 750, 800. I think we head back obviously to 30,000. So there's a couple scenarios there, right? So I think that's how you kind of play this. 30,000 would be like the first level if we really kind of get going to the upside. So you can kind of map out both areas just to have them on the chart. And we'll have to see how this thing plays out today. It's Monday, chat. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. So we're just rocking out here. You got Blue Sky accounts right now, 50% off launch plans using the code PW50. So we got you covered. Don't you worry. We are half hard ghoulish. Oh, okay. No point in having a bias. Yeah, that's correct. So that's why you know, you got to play it. I think you got to be smart here, chat, right? So it doesn't I used to be the trader, in full transparency. I think I talked about this last week. I used to be the trader that would come to the market and, you know, oh, I got to be bullish or bearish. And you know, more times often than not, the market kind of humbles you and does the opposite of what you kind of came into the, you know, into the session thinking. You know, it doesn't mean that you're going to be right. You know, you know you're not going to be right on every setup, but I think you kind of let the market play out, chat. Let it kind of set up a little bit. Let the ORB set up and try to join the momentum. I think that's the thought process that I'm going to take here. As always, to be honest, right? It's nothing new. So Tony praying for good price action this week. Yeah. Like who is it? Who isn't? So right back to the EMA. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out, chat. What up, DMONEY? Hey, what up? How are you? Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. So had a nice chill weekend. Went to Brickell yesterday, chat. And enjoyed the vibe. So that is correct, Amando. So we're getting ready for market open. I'm gonna drop a poll here in a minute or so. See how you guys are kind of feeling going into the market open here. Let me check something really quick, chat. Let's see what we have here on the news front. So today's the 13th. You got the federal budget balance today at 2 o'clock. Obviously, that's not going to impact us here for the morning session. So it looks like you do have a couple. You got a FOMC. You had a FOMC speaker, Bowman that spoke at 5:25, which is a weird time. He might be somewhere else, right? Kind of correlate. And 12:30, you got FOMC member Waller speaking as well at 12:30. So not much on the news front here. Tomorrow, looks like we do have in the morning, we got core CPI at 8:30 chat. So, yeah. I mean, that is a momentum changer there. So, CPI tomorrow, it looks like core CPI and CPI numbers. So just a heads up on that, 8:30 tomorrow. So could be some volatility in the market. Now the question with that is, does that impact us today? Do we have a stall fest? Who knows, chat? But make no mistake about it, we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna drop a poll to get the party started, and we will see how you guys are feeling. We got 3 options coming through in the chat, just to kind of get the party started here. It's Monday chat, so oh man, you gotta love it. I guess 20 plus people going on timeout today. Yeah, I don't know, but we're gonna find out here, guys. So, oh. Oh man, shout out to my barber Miguel. Got me right, guys. So I'm back in the game here. Make no mistake about it. Check all angles here. D-Money's rocking and rolling for a Monday. So that is correct. We're back in the game. So shout out to my barber Miguel. You got 3 options for the chat. You got market, pop, drop, or Denny has no jump shot. So just kind of getting the party started here. Already 30% of the chat is agreeing that Denny's jump shot is trash. So I'm glad that people are awake here. Just trying to check the pulse of the chat early. So Iran's war is getting worse. Market might dump. Trump's planning to take over Hormuz. Yeah, we hear that every day. So, what's up, sir?
Hello.
Oh man, Chad. Speaking of Diddy the poll, we're glad we're glad that he hopped in here. What perfect timing, chat, for Denny to kind of hop in here. There he is. So, and honestly, Chad, I didn't know he was coming this early, but go figure that he is in the building. So Diddy Dollars is here, and based on that jump shot, D-Money has no fear. So there it is.
He should have a fear.
Well,
that
sir.
Dude needs to get out of the chat. That dude put him in timeout.
No, I will not be putting. Sir.
Hi, honey.
Sir.
Hi, honey. He needs to be put in timeout.
Sir, I will not be putting anybody in timeout. They're talking about your overalls. So
I don't have overalls.
Hopefully he has those with him, chat. And he's rocking those today. We don't know.
No.
But we're very hopeful. So
I got a plan for chat today. Don't you worry.
Oh man. So hey, chat. If you haven't heard the news, you got Blue Sky 50% off lunch plans using the code PW50. That is correct, Demondo. So don't be shy. So we're getting ready for market open here. We got some time here, chat. We got over 12 minutes for this thing to kind of open up here. So need to be a little cautious of what's going on, but you know, right now you're getting some kind of rejection. It looks like off the 14 EMA to the downside. So that's a little concerning if you're a bull, right? Because we've had kind of like some consolidation to push up, kind of sell back off. So we'll let this thing kind of open up and pick a direction, so to speak, and then try to join the party. But it is a little interesting that we are getting a bit of, you know, some kind of rejection off of the 14 EMA. He has to. He's here to pick up his overalls. Yeah, I'm not sure if Ginger got them made. Ginger's in the chat, so we will be inquiring if we were able to get those made because quite honestly, we need to know, chat, right? So, and make no mistake about it. Denny sent me a pretty damaging image, chat, last week. That he had somebody create or something. And, you know, D-Money, make sure to let him know. I make sure to let him know, chat, that D-Money always has something in the chamber. Make no mistake about it. You want to talk about 2 in the chamber. Well, D-Money has 2 in the chamber, chat, because I got one lock and loaded that I'm ready to release. And I'm itching at the bit to release it. So if Diddy Dollars releases that photo, there is going to be a problem from... He might not show up, chat, for the next stream. I'm just being honest. He might not show up because D-Money has it locked and loaded, ready to roll. So, hey, you know, we'll keep it.
That's not how that works.
We'll keep it at that. We'll keep it at that, chat. So, oh, man. Looking like Crisscross. Yeah, who remembers Crisscross, guys? Who remembers Crisscross? So, if you are an 80s baby, you definitely remember Crisscross. You definitely remember. So, Crisscross to make it jumps. That is correct, Demondo. So, let's go to... Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, man. This is crazy, chat. Let me see if I can find this thing real quick. Actually, let me switch it to here, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh boy. A little crisscross action, guys. That is correct, Amondo. Who remembers, chat? Who remembers? If you're an 80s baby, this was the vibe. This was the vibe, chat. The pants on backwards. That is correct, Amondo. D-Money never had the pants on backwards, though, chat. That would have been considered dress code. So I was not allowed to do that, but make no mistake about it. Ha, ha, ha. You gotta love it. Oh man, this is some throwback here, chat. This is some vibes. So got a little throwback here as we get ready for market open. Gotta go. You know we got a few minutes here, chat. So here's Denny. Tell me you're old without saying you're old. Well, sir. Well. You know, D-Money's not concerned. Black don't crack. And outside of that, you lost to me on the basketball court. So clearly, that doesn't matter, sir. Yeah, this was the vibe, chat. This was D-Money's nostalgia here. Oh man. I mean, what do you do, chat? What do you do, right? So you gotta love it. Had to throw it back real quick. as we're getting a bit of a pullback here, 750 down to 690, chat. So this thing is kind of curling back over to the downside. So get your vote in for the poll. You got a minute or two as we kind of sell off here pre-market open. So you gotta love when that happens. We're gonna ramp up here, chat. We got 2,400 people rocking out. We'll ramp up here in the next 10-15 minutes. Make no mistake about it. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Right now we're sitting here 416 likes. We got to get the likes rolling. If you're not subscribed, well, welcome to the party. Welcome. Oh man. Denny Dollar's ex-wife, D-Age is more earth, wind, and fire. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do for you, because you are clearly a Denny stan. You got ex-wife in your name. We're gonna give you a timeout. So you got the first one of the day. There it is. Come on back in about 60 seconds and think differently about life. That is correct, Amondo. So you gotta love it. All right. Push right back up here. Gotta love that pre-market manipulation, chat. And we know somebody tried to short down here, right? Somebody got short at 690 and they're kind of feeling the pain. On that push back up. All right, well, we'll give you about 30 seconds, guys, to get your vote in. I'm going to finalize the poll as we get ready for market open here. We got less than, we got right at 3 minutes now, so. Might be a new high or low. Yeah, possibly. Either way, right? I think it's smart. Let this thing kind of open up and pick a direction. See what we can get. Rejection right back down, the new candle. This is gonna be a little cray price action. It looks like, chat. I got the poll finalized here. You'll see the results coming through because we got about 2 minutes. So it looks like 43% of the chat feel like we're gonna pop. 36% feeling like we're gonna drop, and then 21% feel like Denny has no jump shot. So that's the results. You gotta love it. As we get ready, we got about 1 minute and 33 seconds here, chat. For this thing to open up. So the plan is, I think if we start pushing, chat, above like 750, you could be targeting obviously 800 or higher. Got a box up here like 30,000. If we break down below these lows, then I think obviously we're headed to this bottom box to the lower 500. So that's a quick, like, kind of like some thought process there, right? But just gonna let it open up and kind of go from there. So we got about 45 seconds. About 15 seconds here. You got like a reaction there off of that 680 level. All right, here it is, chat. Market's open. It's your 5-minute chart. Kind of lost those lows, so do you get more downside here or push right back up? Flush McGush. So far. And a push right back up. All right, I like that bottom wick, chat. I like that bottom wick for potential long here. If we get back above like 738, probably looking for a long. So we'll see, right? Definitely some trickery, right? Back and forth kind of price action, long wicks, top and bottom. This is why it's smart to kind of wait, let this thing kind of play out. Because make no mistake about it, they are trapping both sides of this market right now, bulls and the bears. Looks bullish again. That bottom wick, chat, looks very bullish, but will you get follow through here to the upside? Got 3 minutes left. Current 5-minute candle for this ORB to kind of set up here. Start kind of mapping it out. It might change, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean that looks 651. Looks like a W pattern's kind of forming here, chat. Right? You got some downside here, push up, downside, push back up. So we'll see. High so far, 737.25. Somebody said 2 scalps. Yeah, well. Definitely some back and forth, right? You got to be smart. We got over 3,800 people tuned in, chat. We're gonna get over 4,000. Make no mistake about it. So, if you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Just kind of waiting for this ORB to kind of set up here, kind of close to that daily level as well. Right, 29,675. About 50 seconds left. Looks bearish, right? This thing looks bearish. Starting to kind of roll over now. Kind of selling down a little bit as well. So about 30 seconds left. I think if we flush that low, guys, I think more downside. This thing is coming quick though, right? It's happening quick, chat, but looks bearish, right? The bottom box is all the way down to like 540. That's another 100 points to the downside. So we just put in a new low. Got to be bearish there, right? So 631.75. All right, ORB set, 5-minute ORB set. And a push right back up. You had a pretty strong like 5-minute bearish candle. Closed below the 14, the 50, and the Friday's daily candle low. So I think if we start to kind of get back below 640, we'll be looking for a short down to the lower 500. So we'll see. Kind of right back inside of the 5-minute range right now, right? So you like the rejection here, guys. I think the shorts, the move here, I think we sell off here to the downside, guys. If we can kind of get back below 631, we need to break 631. So I will be short kind of right on that break and then looking for more downside here, chat. If we can get back below there, right? Kind of yoke right back up. So this is definitely kind of wait and see price action here. No follow through, no kind of commitment from the bulls or the bears at the moment. We need to kind of get back below, I think, like this previous candle's low for more downside here. You kind of hate that we're not getting follow through here, so in either direction, but come on. All right, I'm trying to short, guys. I'm in a short here. Looking for more downside on a break. There's 10 points, 15 points. Can we get more? Kind of yoke price action here. No follow through, guys. Right back up. So all right, there's 15 points. Feel free to take profit, guys. I wanted more here. All right, there's 20 points, chat. All right, well, I wanted 598, which would be right at 40 plus points here, guys. But I think we'll take that off for the first trade. There it is. So, hey, if you took the trade, you got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. Drop the W's in the chat. You got to love it. So, we'll see what else we can get here. I'm obviously bearish if this thing could kind of stay below 29,631, chat. It needs to stay below 631. So I see that push back up. You don't want that, right? So this is a you know, definitely a little wonky kind of like price action here. So because we can easily get bullish here now, back to the upside. So got to be a little cautious. We tapped the box down here that we kind of talked through pre-market, but you got a bullish reaction right back up. So 15-minute candle right now, it is bearish. You got an exhaustion wick kind of rejecting off that 50 EMA, so you need to be kind of cautious of that, in my opinion. I believe a long is coming. Yeah, we'll find out, right? We're just kind of flirting with the ORB low right now, 29,631. As promised, guys, we got 4,100 people tuned into the show. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. D is my sugar plum. So cute, homie. Yeah, we got to give you a timeout. I don't know what that's about. That's crazy. So, all right. More shorts here, chat. I think the shorts are the wave here. We just broke the ORB. I think you're targeting the bottom of the box, to be honest. For another short down here towards maybe 536 or so, chat. See the short there kind of playing out. I think that's the wave to the downside, guys. I think there's more. Looking for like 10, 15 points here. Just riding the momentum down. And there it is, right? There it is. There it is, chat. You got to love that. So, hey. And more downside, 29,564. Drop them in the chat. Drop the W's in the chat because, hey, make no mistake about it. You faded, you got slayed. And if you listened to the commentary and took the trade, you got paid. So there it is. There it is. It's, hey, we're at the bottom of the box, 29,560, chat. So you got to love that. Just kind of rode the momentum down. Beautiful kind of setup here. Typical ORB 5-minute breakout to the downside, guys. Drawing the momentum down and kind of let the party roll out, right? So, you know, it took a while for this thing to kind of play out, but the momentum has kind of stepped in. So the 15-minute candle is super bearish, and you got about 3 minutes, 18 seconds left, chat, on the 15-minute chart. So we'll see how this thing kind of plays out. What is the box? Yeah, that was the TP area. That's the TP area that we are obviously hitting. We're inside of it, right? That was the first TP for the downside momentum in the market, chat. You got these lows down here sitting at 29,542. So, you know, last time we were down here like 540 area, we had a bounce back up. So will that kind of play out now? I don't know, because the 1 hour chart looks super heavy, chat. If we break that, I mean, there's really nothing that's stopping us, I think, from kind of getting here. So down to basically the 400s. So that would be the next level of interest, I think, in the short term. Are you doing the market open from here? No. So PW is actually in a Hawaii efficient tournament, chat. That's why I'm rocking out the morning open, right? So you got PW in Hawaii. He'll be back at some point this week. But, you know, he obviously had the fishing tournament that started, I think, this weekend. So you got DMONEY. Got 15-minute ORB getting ready to kind of play out here in the next minute and 40 seconds. I mean, you know, it looks like more downside here, guys. But, you know, you got the 15-minute kind of candle setting up, but it looks like they want more lows. But we know NQ loves to kind of reverse and give the retracements even before going in a specific direction. But the bottom of the box is 543. So just be cautious of that. All right, here comes the 15-minute ORB. Going to be established. About 16 seconds. Look at the push back up here. Actually, I gotta do this. All right, so the low of the candle was 552.25, chat. And a push straight down right away. All right, you're kind of watching here because will they break lower? Or kind of push back up inside of that ORB range, guys. That's what you're kind of watching, right? A lot of times they give you that kind of like okie doke price action, kind of right back inside the range. This is a 5-minute chart. 15-minute ORB just closed out. So if you look at the current 15-minute candle, it has a nice bottom wick on it, kind of like a bullish reaction that you're kind of watching at the moment. Trying to see if it has some kind of reaction back up. You got to be a little cautious here. You got that crazy bottom wick. So, see what else we can get here. It's a little interesting that we swiped that low, the 15-minute ORB low, chat, right? That's a little interesting here on the chart. Kind of swiped that 29,554 level. So you're kind of waiting to see if this holds up, or do we get some kind of sell-off to the downside? We sell off here. Obviously, I think we kind of get back below 29,537, chat. But you don't like that long bottom wick, so it's kind of, you know, need to be a little smart here. You got a minute, 14 seconds. Let's see how this 5-minute candle closes. All right, so now that looks semi-bearish, but you know, we've seen the trickery with NQ guys multiple times, right? Need to be a little smart here. That bottom wick kind of almost feels like we're gonna get some kind of pop. Like the market's kind of building up for something, but need to be a little smart here. 14 seconds, we'll let it close out, right? So it looks like we're gonna close inside of the 15-minute ORB with a long bottom wick, which is kind of strange. So I would anticipate this candle maybe pushing down. Now, what I'll say, chat, if we get back above 600, you could be looking for a long, right? So you get back above the previous candle high, you could be looking for a long. And that's just because you got that long bottom wick. If we can't get back above 600, they're just kind of giving us the selling pressure in the market is just taking a while to kind of play out. So it's like a slow grind to the downside, if that makes any sense. Kind of flirting with the bottom of the opening range. All right, that looks bearish. And you got to love that, right? So another kind of, we swiped that low, guys. I think the shorts are the move here. I'm going to try another short. I think there's more downside kind of creeping in here. Kind of like slow bleed out. There's 20 points. Want a little bit more here, guys, but all right, there's 25 points. There's 30 points, chat. There it is. I think we'll take that. And look for another trade, because what a move. What a move. If you took the short, drop it in the chat. Had about 30 points there. So what a crazy kind of setup here. Just kind of bleeding out. I think if we need a candle to close below basically 29,552, guys, and I think is off to the races for more downside. So somebody said they're going to go long at 29,525. Okay. I mean, could it bounce? Obviously, yeah. But right now, the momentum is to the downside. You got a heavy 1 hour candle. So I think you would want to start seeing previous candles highs get broken before you start to get long. That's just how I trade. But everybody has their own trading style. So I'm not here to knock anybody's style. So you do what you think you need to do. I mean, pretty much it. In all honesty, chat. You know, I would prefer us popping a previous candle high and kind of, you know, until then, I mean, we broke below the 5-minute ORB. We're below the 15-minute ORB at the moment, right? That could obviously change, but you know, I would want to see us preferably kind of popping previous candles highs to avoid getting kind of yoked, if that makes any sense, because we're basically kind of pushing up, but then we're putting in lower lows. So we haven't had a single green candle yet. So that's my thought process there, right? Could it bounce? Obviously it could, but I think it's smart to kind of be patient. So we'll see what we can get here, chat. We're getting ready for the 1 hour candle to close out in less than 6 minutes. So you've had multiple trades there. So we'll see how this plays. All right, so 5 minute candle right now, kind of pushing back up here. Got a lower, higher low so far. Will we stay below the 15 minute ORB low? That's the question. That's a 113 point trip for me. Yeah. You know, for me, you know, you can't just get long just because, right? You want to see something convincing. Like previous candle highs getting broken, higher lows kind of being established. And all that, in my opinion. If we break 570, then it's going back to 600. Yeah, it could. You gotta love it, chat, when people are like, you know, calling out these levels. It could also drop lower. So I mean, you gotta, you know, whatever you're seeing on the chart, that's the thing. So I'm just kind of letting it play out here, kind of right below the ORB low, right? You're kind of, because the thought process is if this was just basically a drop to go higher, chat, then there should be a lot more upside, right? Not just kind of getting long here and that's it. So I don't have FOMO in regards to longs right now, right? Because I figure if this is really going to push back up and kind of do a reversal, there should be plenty of opportunity to kind of get long, if that makes any sense. So this is the first green candle since the open, so kind of so far on the 5 minute chart. Have I taken any trades today? No, I have not. I have not taken any trades today. So oh, you gotta love it. Pretty strong pushback up here, guys. You gotta love that. Off 29,526. There it is. Curious to see how this 5 minute candle closes, how the 1 hour candle kind of closes out. You got a nice bottom wick on the 1 hour candle. What is ORB? Yeah, it's the opening range breakout, basically. So you're looking for, you map out either the 5 minute, 15, or whatever time frame you like to trade on. You map out the high and low and wait for a break in either direction. Try to join the momentum. What a push back up, chat. You got to love that. Straight to the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Kind of higher low put in. It looks like, right, kind of holding. You got about 40 seconds left. You do like that push. Like I said, you'll be bullish probably if you're starting to break previous candles highs. Well, we just broke 3 candle highs. So you gotta respect that, right? From a bullish standpoint, 100+ point pop right back up. So let's see how this plays here. Here's a new 1-hour candle and a new 4-hour candle. Obviously, both were bearish. So do we continue to push here, chat, or do we roll back over? Right now, straight push up. You got to love that. I think that momentum... popping those previous candles highs, if we kind of keep this going, probably headed to 700 level, chat, or higher. And that's basically the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, that 700 level. So if the bulls can kind of keep this going, could be headed to 700, chat, for a long, about 50 points from here, right, to the upside, I think. If we sell back off from 650, got to look out. Could be a rollover back to the downside here, chat. That was a very quick push to the EMA, and a lot of times you get some kind of bearish reaction after a push of that size. So just to kind of trap some people. So we'll see who wins this battle. $29,624, price kind of hanging out there. Do we get the flush McGush here, guys, to the downside here? I think so. Looking like a sell back off here, chat. Kind of rolling over on the EMA. For more downside, guys. Almost like a delayed kind of drop here, and all of a sudden we're sitting back below 552. Got 2 minutes left here on the 5-minute candle. But I think the shorts could be the wave here, and you get more downside, guys. Kind of like a rollover, so... that's what it feels like. For a quick short, let me see something here. $29,598. Today might just be a range day. Yeah, it might be. I mean, we're back inside of the 15-minute ORB at the moment. So I'm curious to see how this 5-minute candle kind of plays out, because, you know, if we reject, you got a rejection wick up here. Obviously, if we get back above 665, chat, you got to be looking for longs, in my opinion, right? If we stay below the 14, we could be kind of getting ready to kind of roll over. So I think it could obviously go either direction because you got a long wick top and a bottom. So there's some indecision kind of going on here. You need to be a little patient, I think. Yeah. Looks a little weak. In my opinion. Ten seconds left. There's a new 5-minute candle kind of push up, form some kind of top wick here, and then sell off, chat, down below 550 area. That's what it's looking like, right? New candle, maybe push up, form a top wick, and then expand lower to the downside. So I think if we get back below 580, you're targeting like 530, chat. Don't say I didn't call it out. Somebody's going to say that, right? That you didn't call it out. We'll try it. See if we get follow through down. All right, there's over 10 points. Want at least 15, 20 points here, but might not get it. All right, there's 15 points, guys. For free to hit TP as necessary here. I feel like I got a trade or something open somewhere I don't even know about, to be honest, because I don't know what's going on the screen. But you had about 15 points there. Wanted basically a flush to do. There it is. All right, so there's 15 points. And can we get 20 plus here? Not looking like it, right? All right, well, you had pretty close. You had 15 plus points. I wanted a flush of 552, guys, and it's looking like it's gonna push back up on me. So it is what it is there. Not too worried, right? If it kind of yokes me, that's fine. See, I don't know what's going on here. I'm literally in one trade. Might be an issue with Trade Evade or something, but all right. Probably gonna get yoked here, guys. I'm gonna chop that now. You had basically 15 points, almost 20 points on the drop to 560. I think I'll actually end up probably reshorting this thing back down if it starts to get weak here. Kind of targeting 550. I think this is just a delayed drop. That's all it is, chat, in my opinion. Got an account here up $2,545. I think there's more downside to come here, guys, to be honest. Put in the low at 29,561. And then kind of push back up. You got about a minute and 39 seconds left. This is the first, keep in mind, this is a new 1 hour candle, new 4 hour candle. We were able to put in a top wick before this kind of rejection, but this was a reactionary level the last time we were down here, kind of like a support level, right? That we swiped. So I do see that we swiped a level, and then, you know, maybe they want to push it back up. I don't know, right? Just kind of got to let this kind of play out. If you start seeing us, like I said, I mean, you would feel really strong about longs, I think, if we get back above like 663, chat, right? That wick up here, if they're able to take that out, And also too, if this, you got a low here, and then if this is a higher low that's kind of forming right now, and we get back above the EMA and break that 660 level, sorry Chad, I think you're looking for above 700, right? So got to let it kind of play out a little bit now. I think you've had multiple trade opportunities, so messy market, no alignment. Yeah, I'm just trying to trade what's in front of me, though. I mean, that's all you can really do, right? So you got to be aware of the higher time frame. You're kind of digging into a support level that was previous support. So a lot of times they like to swipe and go, meaning that they take out previous lows and then push the thing right back up. So this is definitely forming some kind of higher low here, chat, right? That is a bullish pattern. And like I said, you would love to see us, if you're a bull, probably close above this high up here, right where that wick is. That's all. So you're kind of watching because if we break that high, I think there's more upside creeping in here, chat. Make no mistake about it. Yep. Yeah, so this is I think longs are the move here. Love this candle. We'll let this candle kind of play out. Sometimes the commentary alone, though, gets you paid, chat. We kind of talked through that, right? We haven't quite popped that high yet, but we're getting pretty close. So we'll have to see if it can kind of hold. You got 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. Just kind of vibing out here. We'll wait for this this 5-minute candle, I think, to close out. And see if they're able to kind of reclaim that higher low setup. You know, you got to be aware of like where we're at on the higher time frame. And in this example, we are basically kind of pushing or we were trying to push above those highs that were kind of established. So now you're kind of waiting to see if this is going to be some kind of rejection off the 14 EMA. So, or are we going to get follow through to the upside, right? Can go either way, so need to kind of wait and see who's in control. So the last time we were up here, we had a rejection back down, chat, right? So you're kind of, this is why I'm saying you probably need to be patient and kind of wait for this to set up a little bit. Yo, D-Money, any pending denied payouts from your side? Pending denied payouts from your side with AF. What? Are there any scheduled president today? I don't know. There's somebody in the chat that they actually have a site that they I forgot the site, guys, that they kind of called out before that had the actual pending like president speeches starting to pop here, guys. So I think the longs are the move here, as long as we can kind of, I would love us to take out this high though, right? Like take out this 663 level, take out the high, just take it out. I mean, that's a higher low, chat, that has formed here, right where my arrow is. So the new candle maybe pushes down and then we get long, trying to ride this thing to like 675. That's what I'm thinking, right? If we're able to kind of, for a long here, chat. I think the longs are the move here. I'm trying to long. Trying to see if we'll get up here. Maybe to like 579. If it rolls over, that's fine, right? Because it didn't break that high, guys. So I'm a little cautious here, but we'll love us to kind of stand higher. If we can't, then that's fine. I might chop this, but I think it was worth the shot. It needed that previous high to be broken, chat, that I kind of called out, and it did not break it, so I'm not going to give this a ton of room, right? Might get chopped here, so. So I think now if it kind of breaks that that low, you don't want to be in it, and I probably won't even give it that much room, but need it to go kind of pick up steam here to the upside if they're going to push it. 50 EMA would be the TP, to be honest, at least 688. Having a hard time kind of picking up steam, so. Yep. Whoa. Well, you got your answer there. There's a news candle or something that came out, chat. So you got to love that. Blew right through the stop. Okay. Well, I will definitely kind of try to join the volatility there. So I think we got our answer what they're going to do. What a weird, that had to be news, chat. There had to be something that came out. And make no mistake about it. I will try to join the volatility to the downside. If, and my thing is frozen, so. Oh, boy. Yep. Literally frozen. That's definitely a news retracement, guys. Definitely a news retracement. So had basically sometimes that's life. Your stop gets ran, and clearly it got ran there. So, all right, well, let's see if I can kind of get this back on some volatility here, chat. Not looking for longs on that rejection, but I think if we lose the ORB, maybe more downside, right? The low, 29,552. I think we kind of head lower. So let's see what kind of happens here, guys. That was we swiped the low that was put in here, that higher low just got swiped. So I'm gonna try to kind of catch some of this volatility here when this candle closes out. We'll see. That was crazy. Oh yeah. If you didn't have a stop, use the code PW, right? So thank God I had a stop there. So but it's, you know, but it blew past the original stop. But that's how it is with the volatility. So that was a news candle. We had a news candle the other day too that I got out, I think, right before the news candle came out. So I'm gonna try to hopefully we get a push up here, guys, and then I'm able to kind of short this thing. But see, that looks like a double bottom. You see that? That's like almost like a double bottom here. So it's like even more suspect. But I'm gonna try to kind of catch some of this to get back. Yeah, I mean that almost looks like a double bottom, but I think you ride with what is kind of in front of you here, chat, right? Which in this case will probably be the short. So got that back. Not gonna kind of sweat it here, guys. Got some of that back. And I'm gonna basically kind of scalp some of this because of the news trade, right? So I gotta kind of fight this now to get back to profit that I just lost on that trade because of the news Trump kind of fiasco. Come on, man. All right, well, if we get back below 568, I think more downside. If we can pop the 14 EMA, then we're probably headed higher, right? Above 670 or so. So I'm just kind of playing it how it comes, I think, at the moment. Got one account up $3,000. This account got a battle going on here. So Trump news trade is open, I believe, upside now. Yeah. Well, the initial reaction was bearish, though, so we'll see. What are you drinking? Yeah, it's a Red Bull. This is the Red Bull Juneberry. So I'm gonna let this 5-minute candle like kind of play out, chat. If it starts kind of selling off, then I think that's more kind of confirmation that we might be getting ready to head lower, right? So we'll see. It can go either way. I think at this point. Cute straw. Yeah, it's because of the Invisalign. So there's a reason for that, sir. So basically with the Invisalign, you're not supposed to drink sugary drinks and like all that stuff. So the reality is that you have to All right, starting to kind of bounce here. I like that. Will it hold though, chat? Right? That's the question. Will it hold? With the Invisalign, you're not supposed to drink like sugary drinks, energy drinks, and all that stuff. You have to use a straw. So that's the reason why, guys. Give me 1 second, chat. Kind of let this 5-minute candle kind of play out, and then we'll. I think might have a trade set up here. Yep. All right. So the longs are. It looks like the move here, chat. You had a double bottom, and that equal high, that level that I wanted taken out got taken out. That 670 level, or 662 level got taken out. And now the funny thing is that was you had the Trump kind of situation there. So I think a long is the move here, guys. Right, and I think you know, maybe we get some kind of retracement down first, but I think we kind of head higher. So I am kind of looking for a long here. I think if we're able to get back above this 670 area, I think targeting above 700. So all right, I'm going to try it, guys. Can we get follow through here to the upside here, right? Kind of right at that opening level, so you need to be a little cautious, but kind of hate that, right? It's rejecting right off of it. I don't want to give it a large stop, but you probably need a larger one here, because if it breaks 640, you probably don't want to be long, to be honest. I kind of hate these kind of setups though, right? Where it's like, it needs to go. I mean, look at the 15-minute candle. So the bottom wick, chat. Come on, man. Crazy long bottom wick on the 15-minute chart right now. $30-minute candle as well, right? So this is some nasty kind of like, just can't get the follow through to the upside, and you know it wants to go. Feels like it wants to go, but you don't want to give it too much from a stop standpoint, but kind of back and forth here, back and forth, chat. It's a 1 hour candle. All right, got 10 points there. Can we get up here to like 712 or so? There's 25 points, chat. Feel free to take profit as necessary. Right? Drop the W's in the chat. If you took the long, you got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. Yeah, I just kind of saw that kind of playing out, right? And trying to join the party here to the upside, chat. There's 30 points plus. 30. There it is. You gotta love it. Well, hey. I mean, you love it when it plays out. Drop the W's in the chat. You had about a over 30-point trade there, chat, to the upside. Oh, man. You got to love it. And you can kind of see how, right, once that previous high got broken, you were looking for the continuation move. Yeah, that account now it's $870. Got another account up 3,000. So it is what it is, guys. Got yoked on the Trump news, had to fight back, right? People, man. Like Friday, I think I got lucky and I actually had basically I got out, it hit my TP, and I think instantly flushed to the downside. So I actually got lucky on Friday that we had Trump news, and I was, funny enough, out of it before that news came out to the downside. I was in a long. I think I bagged like 25 points, and then it kicked me out, and then the flush happened, right? So Trump news helped us out though. Yeah, and it helped us out after dropping. It actually dropped and then it went up. So I had a long that it basically ran my stop to the downside, and then I was able to get long, right? If that makes any sense. So it works in both ways, right? But basically the thought process here, chat, was we had higher lows and tried to get long here at like 650, and the Trump news came out. They flushed it, right? It stopped me out, and then got long again once I saw the double bottom. So that's just how it is sometimes, chat, right? Your direction can be right, but unfortunately, if you get a Trump tweet or whatever it is, make no mistake about it, a lot of times there's a knee-jerk reaction before kind of heading up, and that's what happened there, right? So even now, I mean, I wouldn't be looking for shorts. I would be looking for longs on retracements down, if that makes any sense, until otherwise. So this was like some kind of consolidation here that ended up breaking basically to the upside, right? So I think right now, any kind of retracement down, you could be possibly looking for entries to go long, chat. And then 737, I think, is the level that you're eyeing to possibly get hit. right? If they're going to push higher, 738 or so, I think is the level that's going to get hit, chat, on a bazooka candle here. So just kind of be mindful that retracements right now could be an opportunity to get long. In my opinion. $15-minute candles trying to push. Needs to kind of get back above these highs though, right? This was a rejection level the last time it was here. So you are kind of watching that as well. And maybe they build out some kind of higher low. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Maybe they build out some kind of higher low, chat. I like DMONEY, no yelling and screaming. Yeah, everybody has their own preference, guys. That's the thing, right? So some people don't like me as a streamer. So you got a preference, you got choices. That's the thing about the VDH. You got multiple streamers. So you know, that's all. Blue one account on that crap now up 1400 on the second. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, if you didn't have a stop, maybe you didn't have a stop or something, right? I mean, I get it, but what do you do? Like, you know what I mean? It literally was a Trump tweet. So if you didn't have a stop, yeah, you probably felt some of that pain. Not much you can do about it, right? Just got to keep trading, man. I mean, because they basically gave you the longs after that flush, so there's not much more you can kind of. I think tax for it, right? To be honest. All right, so 29,664, chat. Kind of getting right back inside of the consolidation range that we broke out of earlier, right? So is this a bounce level? I think that's what's on everybody's mind. Are we gonna bounce from here and kind of head higher? That's the thought process, chat, right? So. See how you got that wick, that nice bottom wick kind of put in. Kind of watching that. See if we get more follow through. Right now you got Blue Sky plans, 50% off. Using the code PW. That is correct, Amando. PW50 chat. Sorry about that. So right for the 50% off plan, PW50 on that one. So don't want to give you the wrong information. Try to go in there and you put PW, it's not going to give you the right discount there. So for that particular discount, PW50. We'll see what else we can get here, Chad. It's 10:39. Like I said, I feel like any kind of retracement could be an opportunity to get long. You would love to see this candle maybe close bullish if, you know, a little bit more convincing. I think you got 23 seconds left. And then you could be looking at more upside here, guys. Let me hit the rest from real quick. Give me 1 second, chat. All right, so back inside the box, nothing to kind of write home about here, guys. So far, right? So no setup. Maybe they're going to form some kind of higher low to kind of push up. Got to wait and see. Uh, 10:45. So you got about 15 minutes for, a little bit less than 15 minutes for this 1 hour candle to kind of close out. If you're just tuning in right now, I mean, look at the top and bottom wick here, right, on this current 1 hour candle. What a kind of crazy, we had Trump that came out with some news related kind of information here. Is this going to be another higher low, chat, and we kind of bounce out of this to the upside? That's the question, right? Is this some kind of higher low? For a potential long? That's what it's looking like. Let me check something here, guys. You got to almost kind of imagine it, right? Before it kind of plays out, you're kind of looking to see. But see how you got that long bottom wick on the current 5-minute candle? Two minutes, 35 seconds left. We'll see how this kind of plays, but might be the move. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. So right now we got 3,700 plus people rocking out. We had over 4,000 at peak, chat. So don't be shy. Hit the like button if you haven't already. So daily candles look heavy, so I want it to dump 300 points. Yeah, but that might not be the case, right? So, I mean, I you know, the thought process, I hear you. Wanting and it happening is two different things. We're starting to kind of push back up here, guys. Looking like possibly a a higher low. Who knows? So that's what I'm kind of waiting for, this candle. See the push back up here. If you try to get short, unfortunately, you're paying the price. You didn't wait. Right, you didn't wait for the confirmation, so you're probably paying the price now. Had a reaction of 29,603 right back up to 670, so about a 70-point pop right back up. Gonna chop around, yeah, maybe. But I mean, is it gonna chop around, or is this simply the higher low, chat, to go higher, right? So I'm kind of watching both scenarios, to be honest. No trade set up yet, but I'm kind of waiting for this to kind of finalize, I think, for maybe more upside. So see, like, it's hard to want to short that, chat. in my opinion. Let me check something here. I think we play this as a potential higher low, guys, to go higher. Right. I like the possibility if we're able to get back above 700 or right at 700. I think that's the long kind of opportunity here. So let's see if it kind of plays out. Basically, you had a high put in, retracement, kind of bullish reaction from the bull. That's a bullish engulfing candle as well on the 5-minute chart, chat. So you're kind of waiting to see, you know, can they bounce this thing higher back above like 700 for another long push down, form a bottom wick, and then expand to the upside. That's what I'm looking for, to be honest. Needs to reclaim that level though, right? Like 700 level. Because if it rolls back over down here towards like 659, well, that's you know, it's hard to get long, want to get long there. So back inside the box, you want to see us basically kind of trend higher. Got a high, retracement, high, retracement, high, retracement, and then now we try to push higher, right? So you need to kind of see that pattern, I think, play out. Be interested. I want to see a retracement that stays above 605, and then I'm long. Yeah, I mean, you might get it because, I mean, that's back inside the box, but that's another higher low, right? So, because you got the last low that was put in down here. That's probably why you're saying that. I'm guessing 29,603.50. 15-minute candles having a bit of a hard time, right, off of the 14 EMA, chat. You got a long exhaustion wick up top, so be interested to see if they can actually pop that high. What's the difference between double high and equal high? So the equal high could be a sign of a reversal pattern. And a double high is basically, I think you're saying like double top. So a double top is basically kind of like you got a bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle, right? That would be like a double top for a rejection, maybe to the downside. So let's kind of see how this plays, chat. I mean, there's 640. Kind of hate when it kind of does this, right? Kind of slows down. I mean, we had that nice drop from 930 and right down to 517, and you had a swipe with the Trump news candle, right? And then now we're just kind of, are we slow grinding back to the upside though, right? So that's basically what it is, chat. You're looking to see if this higher low will basically kind of hold, right? So this 605 level, yeah. I mean, you're definitely trying to watch to see if that level kind of stays intact and we don't break below it because, you know, you're trying to join the momentum. So that makes sense. Back inside the box. Once again, 18 seconds left on the current candle. Definitely a lot of wick action, chat, right? All these bottom wicks. That's not, you know, you got to be careful here because this could be just a delayed drop as well. It could go either way right now. to be honest, right? This could be a delayed drop. So we'll see. Let this candle kind of play out. But see how you got a bottom here, and then this looks like another bottom? This looks like the same pattern down here, guys, for a bounce. To be honest. I think you had a double bottom down here, and it's almost forming something similar here for a potential pop. To the upside here, chat. Kind of funny that that's what they're giving, but that's what they're giving. If that makes any sense. That's definitely what it's looking like at the moment. Every day, I mean, it's funny how NQ like gives you some different variations, you know, everyday chat, right? Like different variations of some of these patterns, but it looks like we're gonna bounce here. I'm gonna try a quick long, guys. I'm in a long, just looking at that double bottom, looking for a move here to the upside, chat. See, can we pop these highs like 700 or so? 15, 20 points on a pop. There it is. There it is, chat. You had 15 points there. I wanted 20, so I don't know if I'll get it. Might have to close this out, but you had the pop. You hate when that happens. Come on. All right, well, got a chop. So if you took the long, congrats, you got paid. I saw some W's in the chat. If you took it, drop the W in the chat. I think there's more upside here, guys. You can't really short this until we break, I think, below these lows down here. I think 628. I think other than that, you're trying to get long. So I'll probably look to rejoin the party to the upside here. That's all. Think it's coming, chat. And maybe like 723 or so. I think you know, do you get a bazooka here? See how you're forming that bottom? You got 1 minute and 39 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle where, you know, you figure it needs to go, chat. I think the TP would be like 723 or so to the upside. I think it's slowly kind of grinding for a bazooka candle here, chat. Kind of trap some people here. And then it gives you the pop. Maybe towards 723 or higher. Kind of, I mean, it gave the pop there, but it needs to go. I feel like there's more, yeah. I feel like there's more in the tank. Kind of trap some people here, chat. And then all of a sudden we're up there. So and that's basically just based off of the previous kind of like double bottom pattern that we had before that I was looking to kind of ride. 15-minute candles trying. 30-minute candle has a bottom wick. Probably take 10, 15 points here. All right, there it is. There it is, chat. There's 25 points. There's 30 points. You gotta love it. There it is. Oh man, drop the W's in the chat. If you took the long, once again, you got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. And there's 29,744 chat. You gotta love it. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. We got to get to 1,500 plus likes for the morning show, chat. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We had basically the double bottom pattern that formed here once again, chat, that we had down here. So that was the thought process on trying to get long. So if you listen and actually took the trade, you got paid. Oh man. D-Money, I see that you barely dollar cost average. Yeah, because I'm not great at that. I've mentioned that multiple times. Typically when I dollar cost average, it's because I'm down on the trade and I have to be right, so to speak. So that's just what it is. Everybody's different, chat, right? But for me, I can only speak for myself, and you know, I'm just being honest. All right, so you had another nice trade there, right? So you got 3 minutes, 16 seconds left on the current candle. 5-minute chart. Kind of got back above the ORB high, chat, right? After this double bottom. So 600. Yeah, I mean, maybe headed up here, right? I mean, you have to, the 800 level next, right? If we can hold this ORB high, I think the 800 level gets taken. All right, well, I mean, we'll have to see how this kind of plays. This is a new 1 hour candle, chat. And if you rock out with D-Money on a consistent basis, you know how I feel about that. Because a lot of times you will get some kind of retracement or something down before going higher. So you got no bottom wick on the current 1 hour candle. It's only been open for less than 3 minutes. But, you know, we had some kind of consolidation, kind of double bottom. We just had a nice long trade there. Hit TP, right? So you're kind of looking now to see if this thing kind of can continue, I guess, the upside. So the what has happened is that you've had like a green candle, then you had a retracement, kind of went back into consolidation or a double bottom kind of formation, and then it expanded to the upside, chat. So is that going to be the case here? We got to wait and find out. So D-Money, thanks for your analysis. Just passed another eval. Let's go. You gotta love it. No reason to TP yet. Well, if you didn't TP, unfortunately from 751, you're down about 30 points from there. So you may not feel like it's time to TP, but you got to be aware that the higher time frame candle just opened up, and a lot of times you're gonna push back the opposite direction. So you to each his own as far as how you trade, but I was more than satisfied with the TP. Made no mistake about it, because if we push back down, the pattern right now has been breakout retracement, right? So you could be ready for a retracement back towards 687. So, and off of the high right now, we have already retraced 46 points. So you're telling me that you want to hold 40 off the high, you want to hold 46 points down? That to me is not is not the move. So to each his own, right? Could it bounce? Absolutely, right? But I would prefer a retracement back down and then continuation. So everybody's different, chat. And that's just what it is, right? I don't take offense to people having an opinion as far as like, oh, like, you know, XYZ. But I can tell you that I've learned my lesson over 10 years of trading that the higher time frame a lot of times will retrace on you before continuation, just like lower time frame candles. So, you know, I don't know if I would be willing to kind of sit from 753 down to 700, right, and basically gave back 50 points of profit. I think I would rather kind of wait for something to build out structure wise to kind of get long again. But that's just definitely what it is. So D-Money got me my first big payout since March. Dick Trades 007. Yeah, you did all the work though, so I don't hit buy or sell for you. So congrats. I agree with D-Money a lot, but I've also been vocal when I disagree, and he's never disrespected it. We all have our own size. Oh yeah, fun, John. It's 100%, right? I mean, it's because trading is what you see and how you're trading it. And quite honestly, I'm not always going to get it right. Right. You know, but I know for me, I'm not going to give, you know, I'm not the kind of trader, chat, that is going to kind of sit through giving back 50 points, because a lot of times when people do that, chat, they don't realize that the higher time frame has opened up, right? They're just kind of holding, not realizing that you could be in for a deeper retracement because the higher time frame candle, which at the moment, the 1 hour candle is not bearish, has just opened up, chat, and there's a ton of time left on that candle, right? So if that makes any sense. And the reason why I had to pick up on that is because I've lost a ton of trades and blew a lot of accounts by not being aware that the higher time frame candle was opening, right? And I'm like, why are we getting this crazy pullback? The market was bullish. The market was bullish, right? Look at this pullback though, chat. You're gonna tell me that you're gonna sit through 50 points? I mean, if that's in your risk tolerance, maybe you got a smaller position size or something. Maybe you're trading micros and it doesn't phase you, so be it, right? So be it. That's all. Martin, no cap. I love to trade with D-Money. Nice session. Profits taken for the day. Let one runner grow. Hey, nothing wrong with that. So, but hence the pullback, chat. Hence what I was just talking about, right? So this is, you have to kind of learn that, right? You got a 60-point pullback. D-Money, obviously, you guys know that. I'm not going to sit one contract, you're down $1,200, or you gave $1,200 in profit back. No siree, Bob. So because, you know, the thought process is, guys, you got to look at you got to have pattern recognition. That's part of trading, chat. Pattern recognition. We literally just took a 30-point longer, so just based off of that, because we had a double bottom here and we had a double bottom down here. So that's the same pattern. So, but after that breakout, we had a retracement. And what's happening right now? We're getting another retracement, right? On top of that, you got a 1 hour candle that just opened up. So the odds are in the favor of a stronger retracement down, even if they want to push price higher. And that's where people have to kind of learn that on their own, right? I can sit here and tell you all day long, chat, but can you apply it when D-Money's not streaming? Can you apply it when you're trading, you know, in the afternoon and D-Money has traded in the morning, etc., right? That's when it's going to matter. And that's, you know, I had to figure that out, that, you know, kind of, and you got to add everything up, chat. There's a 65-point retracement. So I like that dude, Jerome, better. When does he stream? Oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, chat. Yeah. this thing here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, now that we're at the EMAs, you're looking to see if some kind of structure kind of forms out, right? For a pushback to the upside. Yeah, so see, you like this, right? You like this reaction. Got a bottom being put in, 5-minute chart right off the 50 EMA, in between the 14 and 50 actually. So you kind of like that, right? That at least that's like kind of like some of the similar structure you see to the left on the chart. Push up, retracement, and then expansion higher to the upside. But today's one of those days, chat, where if you're trading breakouts, you may be paying the price, right? So you have to, in my opinion, right now at least, you have to kind of get in on a retracement trying to ride it up versus trading the breakout, because like I said earlier, you know, unfortunately some of these retracements are deep, so going to be a little uncomfortable, especially if you're trading with size. So if you're not trading with size, then yeah, I mean, obviously you could be a little bit more adventurous because, you know, you have some wiggle room, so to speak. But if you're trading with a micro and, you know, like I said, $1,200, well, if you got a 50K account, your drawdown's only 2,000. So that math doesn't math. So I still don't get why haters tune in to the BDH, secretly making money on free plays and trash talking in chat. Y'all need to get a life. Oh, 100%. Where I didn't even you know, if somebody dropped something, I didn't even look at it. But if I find it, I'll kick them out. Make no mistake about it. What should be the position size for a 25K account? Yeah, that's a personal thing. I don't know. People bring that up all the time in the chat, but to be honest, nobody here that streams can answer that for you, because number one, we're not financial advisors. And number two, that's a personal thing. You got to decide your risk management, right? And how much you're willing to kind of, your risk appetite, I should say that. Because 25K account, you probably got $1,500 tops daily loss limit. That's pretty much industry standard, right? Right around 1,000 to 1,500. So you got to decide. 15-minute candles getting ready to close out. About a minute, 30 seconds, chat. Looks bearish right at the moment, but you know, there's some time. So while we kind of wait, I got you covered with the weather report. Don't you worry. If you thought I forgot about it, well, that is not accurate. So current temperature for Fort Lauderdale, current weather forecast, chat, 89 degrees. Looks like the high today is going to be 92, and the low overnight was 80 degrees, chat. So sunshine, I should say, sunshine for the rest of the day. So mostly sunny. Sunset coming up at 8:15. No chance of rain, it looks like, in the forecast. So actually pretty good day here from a weather standpoint. Plenty of sunshine to kind of go around. So you're able to take advantage of that if you're not working today and whatever the case may be. So that's your weather forecast, brought to you by the BDH and DMONEY. You gotta love it. No retracements from now, DMONEY. Yeah. I mean, well, we're actually retracing now, so I'm not sure what you're kind of saying there, but it looks like we're retracing now. NYC feeling like overcooked bacon. Oh, man. Crazy, chat. What on earth are you doing? What on earth are you doing? Heron? What kind of name is that anyway? So Heron, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do for you. So since you said, what on earth are we doing? We're gonna check your channel activity, see if you're a hater. Yeah, you don't have much there, so it's a little weird. So we'll keep an eye on you. We don't forget user IDs. So tread cautiously, my good sir. I will say that. So, all right, right back inside of that, kind of tapping that consolidation box, chat. And you gotta kind of wait to see how this plays. It can go either direction. So that's just what it is. Original York, what kind of my favorite? What kind of name is that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on them. Chat, at the end of the day, right, we know that there's people that basically just kind of come to the chat to hate for whatever reason, because DMONEY never, I've never went to another streamer's live session and hated on them, right? So it's kind of crazy, but the thought process is, if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right, chat. So if you got haters, something's right. You're doing something right, right? People don't hate on you for no reason. So that's in general, chat, and life. So don't think that you know, if you kind of dealing with that could be at work, whatever. That's probably why they're probably jealous of what you're doing, what you got going on. They're jealous of your motion, chat. You might have a little motion, they might be jealous of it. So if you know the vibes. Yeah, but PW trolls others all the time, so it's part of the BDH. Yeah, but I'm not, I don't, yeah, but you're talking about me. You're not talking about PW. But shout out to NQ_BBL. He has embraced that name, chat. He has fully embraced the name NQ_BBL. I had to clarify last week that he knew what it meant, and he said that he was loud and proud about it. So there it is. So, and you know what, NQ_BBL, we will give you a quick 10-second timeout just for good measure, just because you changed your user ID, sir, and you're rocking BBL in your name. So, there it is. Right. So we will. Oh man. And we hope you didn't go to the wrong person, because if you went to the wrong person here in South Florida, chat, you could be looking like you have two lopsided basketballs back there, and that is not good, chat. Right? If you have two lopsided basketballs back there because of a BBL that went bad, unfortunately, DMONEY can't help you. So there it is. So 29,697. Happens to the best. Look at Big Brawly, chat. He's in the chat. We knew he was gonna pop out of the woodwork, and you got Big Brawly man in the chat. He is, and I'm so happy that he's been tuning into Denny Dollar's show. I'm so happy about that, chat. So we will definitely give him a timeout, because we don't want him to get started here. We know how Big Brawly man rolls. We'll give him a 60-second timeout to think differently about live, chat, because we know that he might come in here trying to kind of cause ruckus, and we don't want to have that on a Monday. So there it is. He can enjoy the timeout. Hopefully he comes back for Denny Dollar's stream, and he's not on DMONEY stream anymore. That's it. So I'm cracking up. That username is crazy. Oh yeah. All right. So we're just kind of hanging out here, chat. 29,000. 675, 680 area, right? Who's gonna win this battle? We've had a ton of trades put on. You guys have had plenty of opportunity. It's only 11:19, so we'll see how this thing kind of plays out, right? I think you need, if you're a bull, you would love to see previous candles highs get broken, and if you're a bear, you would love us to start kind of breaking structure to the downside. That's just what it is, chat. See how we're kind of holding this box that we broke out of? That's kind of strange, you know, that we're kind of able to hold that. So you're waiting to see who wins this battle, I think. What are you going to do if Denny becomes his favorite? Nothing. Rejoice. Sang a song. I honestly would be thrilled. So. All right, so that 15-minute candle that closed out, previous candle chat was bearish, but you see how you got this pattern where you had a bullish candle, bearish candle, and then another bullish candle. So you're kind of watching now to see if we get a bounce. For a long here, chat. Put your stop basically below the EMA, like 675. If we're able to pop these highs, I think above 706, you could be headed back towards 740. So just kind of watching this. That looks like an equal high, chat. Yeah, that's an equal high. So we need to pop these highs. The bulls, if continuation is going to continue to the upside here, we need to pop these highs. That's just what it is. So I think if you pop these highs, you're looking for 740 or higher. So don't say I didn't tell you, chat. Somebody wanted to know like about equal highs earlier. They could be a sign of a reversal, but if you pop through them, then continuation, right? So let's see how this plays. Yeah, it's looking a little strong here. Let's see. I think if you get back above 710, you're looking to go long. And then you would be targeting these highs up here, chat. So don't say I didn't talk about it, because I know somebody's going to say it, right? So long above here. Push possibly to 740 or higher, trying to ride it as a momentum play, right? So let's see. You got 2 minutes on this candle, chat, and I think that's what you kind of target now, right? That's what you're looking at to see if it kind of gives you the continuation to the upside here, guys. If they can get it going, you're targeting up here like 740 or higher. At least 10, 15 points, guys, right? Or more on the upside swing. All right, there's 10 points. There's 15 points right at it, chat. Feel free to take profit as necessary. Don't say I didn't tell you. But you got 15 points there. Can we get more? At least 20 points. That would be sweet. All right, I think we'll take the 15, right? I mean, an easy 15 points. I think we'll take that off, guys. Pretty easy trade. I mean, you gotta love it. So, I mean, you've had multiple kind of opportunities here, chat. I don't know what else to tell you, right? If your account's negative, use the code PW because you're probably faded. So simple as that. You got traded 5 accounts right now, 40% off. You got a 5-pack, you can get 40% off. I still think we go higher, chat. I think it's coming. I think it's just a little delayed. I think there's more upside towards that 740 level, kind of building up. If you took the long, drop the W's in the chat, and make sure you hit the like button. Let's see where we're sitting with likes. Out of curiosity. I'm not sure, so Gotta pull it up real quick. Take a look while I do this. All right, so now on this current candle chat, you would be looking to see if you get some kind of push down, form a bottom wick, and then expand higher towards that 740 level, right? I think that's what you're looking for here. See how at the beginning of the candle we push straight down, chat? You got a very small top wick on the current 5-minute candle, so you would be looking to see if we kind of push down, form a bottom wick, and then expand out of this thing back to the upside, right? That's what you're kind of looking for, to see if it kind of holds. You got these lows, double bottom. You got a higher low here, so you don't want these lows to get taken out if we're gonna push back up. In my opinion. So we're sitting at 1,300 likes. If you haven't already, guys, do me a 1,400 likes now. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We got 3,400 people rocking out. We had 4,000, I think 4,100 actually at peak. And we just out here trying to make a little money. So we will see what happens here with this current 5-minute candle, chat. See how you're getting that reaction right off the EMA's 684 level. Just passing eval, DMONEY. Thank you for being an awesome teacher. Hey, Raph, I appreciate the kind words, but you did all the hard work. So congrats to you for passing your evaluation. I'm happy for you. So. DMONEY, you him for real, win Lambo. I'm not sure, guys. I would love to get a Urus, to be honest. So we'll see how that plays, but you gotta have goals, chat. You gotta have a vision board, right? I've actually had even if it's jotting down things that you want to accomplish, I'm a fan of that, chat, right? Like writing down things that you want to accomplish, like goals in life. Because, you know, I think, you know, you got to have something on paper or in your notes on your phone, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be paper, right? But, you know, we'll see how it plays. My vision is to get a payout. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, I think, right, you're kind of watching now, chat. 29,707. Will this current 5-minute candle kind of put in, it already has that bottom wick, so do they yoke it up? I think so. I think they try to push here to go higher, in my opinion, chat. I think trying to get up here towards like 730 could be the move, right? You got a minute and 18 seconds left. It doesn't have to be this candle, right? It could be the next candle that kind of opens up and kind of gives you that continuation. But we've done nothing but basically slow grind to the upside here, right? You're getting a breakout, retracement, breakout, retracement. So, I mean, that's basically what we're doing. So. And I think 737 to 740 would be the level that you're kind of looking at here. You can see on the 15-minute chart, it is bullish, chat. You would love this to close above the 50 EMA, 29,725, right? Because if it closes above 29,725, then you can imagine that we're going to try to get up to the 200 EMA. That 765 level or higher. So this candle's closing, it looks like, with a long top wick. Today was brutal price action by NASDAQ. She's a heartbreaker today. Yeah, I mean, if you size too big, you didn't have a stop, probably. I mean, you guys saw I had we had what I think one losing trade chat. That was the Trump news, and then I turned around and got long again once the double bottom kind of formed. So, I mean, what can you do on that, right? So, but if you didn't have a stop, and it actually ran my stop. Thank God I had a stop though, but it ran it right and took me out lower. Had to recover that. So sometimes that's how it is, chat. I'll put it like this: if you are size too large, you know, could be in for a party here. So is this a lower high that kind of holds up, chat, and we push back to the upside? That's the question, right? We basically hold these lows and we push up out of this thing. Yeah, but you're an exception, D-Money. You're so good at quick jabs and predicting drops and pops. Yeah, but the thing is I think we head higher here, chat. It's looking like we're right. We pushed out of that level, so I think we head higher. I think you're looking for longs here on a pop of these highs above 730, guys. It's looking like they want to kind of push this thing higher. It's what it's looking like. You kind of wish I would have got long at 682, to be honest, but I did not. So I'm going to ride the momentum here for a pop, potentially up to maybe up here if they can kind of push it 755 or so. We'll see if this can get going, chat. You want at least 15-20 points here, I think, on a pop up here towards maybe like 748 or so. If they can kind of keep it going. It's having some issues here, so I'm not sure if this is gonna play or not, but you're basically just trying to kind of play the momentum in the market. Doesn't mean it always has to work, but we obviously bounced from here before, looking to the left, and we might not be able to do that now, so we'll see. Kind of saw 15-minute candle trying to push and try to join that momentum, right? Yeah, it's kind of stalling out. Needs to go, I think, to the upside. They're going to push it. And I saw on a 30-minute chart, chat, that we kind of dug into that bottom wick and we were trying to push up, but it might go flat here, right? And I'm not going to give it too much room, so I won't give it too much longer. We've already dug into the bottom wick. It should be taken off to the upside, in my opinion, if they're going to push it. You know, if not, it could be a sign of a reversal, so you really want no part of that. So this is what I'm looking at on a 30-minute chart, guys. The bottom wick was already put in, and you're trying to expand higher. To like here at least, maybe like 744. If it falls flat, then you have your answer, right? That we could be in for some kind of whipsaw kind of price action. So I'll give it a little bit, and I'm gonna chop it if it's not moving. It is what it is. Not gonna kind of stress it here, right? Yeah, it's not looking too hot. So I'm gonna close that, guys. I don't like the reaction there. Kind of right back down. We've already dug into that bottom wick, so that should have been enough, in my opinion, to kind of push up higher if we were gonna push. So I'm not gonna hold that, right? Good luck with that. So, but the entry may have been a little premature, meaning early, because we kind of bounced from this level, that 680 level before, but I'm not willing to kind of hold that, right? It is what it is. This could be some kind of double top up here. So you're kind of like in an area that we need to, I think, probably map out because this honestly can go either way, chat, right now. So this is the range that we're kind of stuck in. And I almost don't want to add that wick. I almost want to kind of add these because I feel like this would just pierce through, right? Just to kind of give you context of what's kind of happening. So, and I'm glad I closed that long, right? Because you see how we're dropping lower. So we could not kind of keep it going. And I'm happy I kind of chopped that. So not looking hot for the bulls. Not looking hot at all. That's just what it is at the moment. So will we kind of build out here? I don't know, right? Will we break this low? If you break the low, 661 could be the sign of a trend change to the downside. So you would expect the bulls to step in here if they're going to push us higher, chat. Right back up, to be honest. For more upside. So I had a couple losing trades. One trade was the Trump news that came out and just lost that trade as well. The rest of the trades were winning trades. So far. And it's looking like they are having a hard time here. The bulls need to step in with aggression. They're going to kind of push this thing back up. And, you know, the long I had, chat, this was the bottom down here. So this honestly would have been a better entry for the longs down here, right? Towards like 665. You could have had a smaller stop. So we'll kind of see. Kind of barcode on the 15-minute chart right now. 30-minute chart, you had to reject long bottom wick, long top wick, just some indecision. So, you know, who's going to win this battle? Look at the push right back up, guys. I'm now short 29,684. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. Right? I'm not even trying to be funny, chat. I'm being serious. Like, I don't know if it's gonna hold or not. The last time we were down here, we bounced. So all the way back up to 728. And if we're ranging right now, which clearly it feels like we're ranging, we could be getting ready to bounce again. I don't know. Who knows? Tim Murray, good luck. So we'll see who wins this battle, chat. You're kind of sitting right at that 29,675 level. That is the daily level that we talked through at the beginning of the stream. That's a daily level low, right? That from Friday. So we'll have to kind of see how this thing plays out here. You hate when, so you got like that bearish 30-minute candle, and I felt like you know, you were looking for that top wick to kind of be dug into, putting us back above like upper 700s or mid 700s. And at that time with that long, we did not do that. So in order for this to be a double bottom, chat, this candle needs to close green, right, on the 5-minute chart. Looking to the left. That's how I'm reading it anyway, right? This candle needs to close green for it to be a double bottom. One hour, 4 hours green, 1 hour is bearish. So something's coming here, chat. You got like some indecision kind of going on, right, between time frames. So 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bearish. What software do you use? I actually trade on TradeAway Prop. So this is TradingView for charting, and I physically place trades on TradeAway Prop. It's the only platform of the BDH trading platform. So you're looking to see if this is going to be some kind of double bottom, chat, or if we lose these lows, that's not great. We're probably headed down here towards 600, lower 600, right? So just got to be mindful of that. Just broke the low, tapped the bottom of the box, kind of swiped it. Haynes Trades says, guys, stop forcing trades. Oh, man. You gotta love it. Anybody know if DMONEY is going to trade tomorrow at 9 a.m.? Yes, I will be trading tomorrow at 9 a.m., chat. That is correct, Demondo. So you got PW wrapping up his fishing tournament. So I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Make no mistake about it. We got you covered. Would you consider a short here, man? Well, I mean, you would love for it to close below the box and below the 14, so it's not looking hot for the bulls, right? So I think if you get a solid kind of like bearish candle that closes below this box and below the 14, like it's currently looking, I think more downside, right? You would be targeting to the bottom of this box in the short term here, right? 605 or lower. You lose that, obviously kind of retracing that whole move. So need to wait and see how this kind of plays. The current daily candle is bearish, right? The 4 hour chart looks horrible. You got a long wick top and a bottom, so that's indecision. And we know that the 1 hour candle is bearish as well. So was the question is going to be, chat, was this a delayed kind of like drop after this bullish push? Right, and that's what it's kind of looking like at the moment, to be honest. You had that strong push to the EMA and then a rejection. So this is looking like there's some weakness kind of creeping into the market. At the moment, right? You got about 18 seconds left on the current candle. So let's see how this plays. Looking bearish. You can't deny that, chat. So you got a closure below the box, and you would like a push up here on the next 5-minute candle, form some kind of top wick, and then expand lower towards lower 600s, right? Just kind of broke all that structure to the downside, showed its hand. I think now if you get back below 648, you're looking for shorts, guys, for a quick kind of drop, possibly inside of the box. 628 or lower, chat. And it's probably going to go quick. Be careful here. Could drop kind of quick here. Looking for... And I had some points. I'm only looking for like 10, 20, 10, 15 points here, chat, to the downside if I can get it. Got to be careful, though, because they might yoke it. up first, right, before kind of dropping. So wanted basically 10-15 points. They might push it all the way up, guys, on a retracement before going lower. So just be mindful of that. If they don't kind of step up the bearish momentum here, then could be in for a yoke fest. Only looking for 10-15 points for a quick trade here. There it is. So you got 10 points there, guys. And will we get more? I'm not sure. I might take it off because I kind of turned away and was already up 10 points. You got to love when that happens, but yeah, the bottom of the box is down there, lower 600s, but not going to give this a lot of room before a yoke. I feel like they're going to yoke it up. So we'll take it off. You had about 10 points, guys. I think they push it up and probably form some kind of wick. I don't hold those trades because we have not had a strong retracement back up, right, first. There's no top wick, if that makes any sense. And they could be getting ready to kind of form a top wick and then expand lower. So if you took it, drop the W in the chat. You might get more downside here quickly. Who knows, right? To like lower 600s. But I would have loved like a push up first and then a rejection to the downside. That's just what it is. All right, it's looking a little suspect here. Like there could be more in the tank, chat. Do they got more in the tank to kind of flush lower? You hate when they're kind of playing around at this level though, because you know that this is a reactionary level, guys, where they love to kind of trap people and all of a sudden they're sitting back at 650 or so. So you're looking to see if the bears can win the battle or do they yoke it. Yeah, it looks a little weak. You're targeting bottom of the box chat now, I think, right? 604 could be in jeopardy of getting hit. You had a pushback up, kind of like a rejection, and then you're getting follow through to the downside, guys. I think lower 600 gets tapped now. Which is kind of delayed. There was 618, 15-minute chart. And this is what I'm kind of saying, right? It doesn't have that long top wick. But clearly the bears are kind of stepping in with aggression. So shorted from 677 off the previous day low. Nice call, DMONEY. Hey, definitely try. So you want some kind of push up here, guys, and then expansion lower, right? This was a buy zone the last time we were down here, but the bears are clearly kind of stepping in. And I think they try to get down to 600 level, about 20 points or so from here. So that's what you're kind of targeting to see if they got enough motion, I guess, to take us to lower 600s or so, or do they need to push up before going, right? That's the only thing you don't like when you're kind of down here inside of like a support zone. You're kind of you know, you don't like really, it's not really great to kind of short inside of a support zone, chat. You look at the 15-minute chart, though, you got 9 minutes left. It is bearish. You probably want some kind of push up on the 5-minute chart and then continuation down. And I think that 600 level gets hit. Maybe even get swiped to the downside here, chat. Kind of trap some people thinking that it's time to get long, and then all of a sudden they take out 600. There it is. A lot of times if you listen to the commentary, chat, you get paid, you fade, you get slayed. So you got to love it, right? So I think now you're looking for, if they can break the box, kind of close below it, 29,550 level. That's the ORB low, chat, right? That you would be looking for. This is dangerous on the hourly, is it? What's dangerous about it? I mean, you got a strong bearish momentum candle. So I mean, so if you're trading momentum, you're trying to follow the momentum, right? Keep in mind that the previous 1 hour candle, the bottom wick is all the way down here. So the bottom of the wick is previous candles 29,000. 488. So there's a lot of room to the downside if they get it going. So but I mean, that was your ultimate kind of like TP for now, is the bottom of the box, and then you're honestly trying to anticipate, you're trying to wait and see if now, you know, probably let this candle close out, right? Let the 5-minute candle close out, and you're looking for the possibility of more continuation. So we have to see how this kind of plays. That's all. Tim Murray, pull back a little bit. Yeah, I think so. Right. I think that's a smart play, chat. Let it kind of pull back, form some kind of lower high maybe, and then more continuation to the downside. Maybe I was 5 minutes early. Looking for longs, back to EMAs. Yeah. The thing is, though, you got to be kind of careful with that, because you're technically kind of going counter trend. I understand probably what you're looking at is the last time we were down here, we had a bounce, right? But you don't know how, you know, you just had to retrace. See how you were up like probably 20 points. If you held it, you're probably break even, right, or down, depending on where you got in at. So just kind of be mindful of that, chat, right, that you're kind of going counter trend if you're trying to get long. I am aware that this was a bounce level the last time we were down here, but you look at the 1 hour chart right now, it's super heavy, right, meaning that it's bearish. So do you really want to fight that? I don't know, right? I don't know. You kind of learn over time that, is it worth it, right? Is it worth it, or are you better off kind of waiting, right? To each his own, right? You got to make that decision, chat. That's all. If you haven't already, do me a solid. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We just out here trying to make a little money. So All right, so here we go. We know that the weirdness was gonna come out here, chat. You got picking bottoms and tops without confirmation have killed me too many times. No thanks. Yeah, exactly. That's the point, right? So hey, DMONEY, quick question: can you make it clap? Yeah, I'm gonna make it clap by giving you a timeout. We're gonna let we're gonna let the chat clap for you. I hope we get a 100-point trade while you're out. So enjoy the scenery in the timeout room. So here it is. You got a 60-second timeout. Talking about making it clap. We know the weird ones. Where people were gonna come in here, chat, get a couple good trades flowing, and all of a sudden they throw free. So there it is. Hey, he's scrambling, trying to get to another device to come back, and there it is. So you gotta love it. All right, so this is why you don't want to really get long when the trend is to the downside, guys. Keep whoever that was, use the code PW, because we have rejected back to the downside here, and we're attempting to kind of test the bottom of the box. And you got to be aware that the higher time frame is bearish, right? Like I said earlier, chat, this is almost looking like this was a delayed drop after that bullish candle, and we're gonna drop lower, maybe to lower 500s. So that's what I'm kind of looking at here. Not looking for longs at the moment. You got less than 3 minutes for the 1 hour candle to kind of close out. We know that it's actually bearish, so be mindful of that, chat. Bottom of the opening range, yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, if the momentum, I think, continues to the downside, we're gonna try to challenge the ORB, because we rejected the top of the opening range. So in theory, a lot of times you get a rejection of the top of the ORB, you're headed to the bottom of the ORB range, right? In this case, 29,552. So I just got out. Oh, okay. Were you the one? Or were you the person that got long? Let me see real quick. Nah, you didn't. Maybe you shorted. Okay, you were somebody else. Had to double check there, chat. Just kind of waiting. We'll let this 1 hour candle kind of close. So I don't think there's a need to rush. Next hour it's gonna pump and dump. Yeah, maybe. So we'll see. All right, well, really quick, as we kind of wait, you got about a minute left, chat, for this to play out. Let me pull this up really quick. So you got this schedule here for the World Cup. We got to talk about that. So obviously Argentina won their match a couple days back, and so it looks like you got France and Spain tomorrow coming up in the semis, and you got England obviously and Argentina coming up on Wednesday, chat. So that's gonna be cray with Lil Ray Ray. So who do you got winning and advancing to the finals? France or Spain, or Argentina and Switzerland, right? Who's gonna win? It's gonna be one of these matches, guys. Who's gonna be in the finals? Drop it in the chat. Curious to see what you guys think. France and Argentina? Yeah, we'll find out. Obviously Argentina is the favorites, I think, overall, right? But we'll see. Messi did not score in the last match, but he had a few assists, so we'll see what happens. Corn dogs for the win. Unreal. Oh man. All right, so do we sell off here, chat, to the downside, more continuation, lower towards 550 level? You got a rejection here you know, the only thing you don't like is that this is the open of a new 1 hour candle, right? So you would almost imagine some kind of retracement up, but you know, who knows if that occurs, right? So kind of getting these bottom wicks on the way down. I think if we lose those lows, you are looking for more downside, right? But you don't want to get trapped here, guys. I think you probably would prefer some kind of push up first and a rejection that kind of tells you that price is willing, the bears are willing to kind of take price lower, if that makes any sense. Just because it's the open of a new higher time frame candle, right? You would have to think that they'll probably push it up, kind of trap some people getting short down here, and then they go lower. I mean, that's just how NQ loves to kind of react, right? Kind of trap people that thought it was time to get short guys, and then they make them pay, right? So I would say be careful either way, but obviously I'm bearish overall. We just haven't formed that wick. But we could get ready, you know, maybe we roll over. I don't know, chat. I don't know. You know, I would just love some kind of reaction first, deeper reaction, maybe to like 635 or so, and then a sell off. You know, but I think if we lose 591, you could be looking for 550. That makes sense, right? Because we've already pushed up a little bit. See how we're getting that reaction? It's so easy to get trapped, guys, if you're not kind of waiting for these retracements that I'm talking about. Very easy because being patient is the name of the game, and if you're not patient, you can end up kind of paying for that, right? Had a ton of kind of red candles in a row as well, so if you're kind of looking off the highs, about 130 points down, so you would almost anticipate some kind of retracement to the upside before going lower. More than likely. Thank you for all you do for the channel and myself. Hey Dash, appreciate the kind word. 2W's solid start to the week. Yeah, I mean it's only Monday, chat, right? So I think we've had a ton of opportunities, right? And you got Denny Dollars coming up today at 1 o'clock. He has it says mystery on there. I don't know what that's about, but Denny will be rocking out at 1 o'clock today. Go figure. So you gotta love it. Your guess is as good as mine, chat. Will we push up and kind of sell back off? That is the question on everybody's mind. And it looks that way, chat. All right, this looks bearish, guys. Looks like there's more downside kind of creeping in here. You just had a rejection off of that range. Kind of waiting to see how this plays, but 15-minute candle has about 8 minutes, 50 seconds left. I think if you get back below 583, I think you target basically the opening range low. So you're talking about 30 points, right, from here. For a short. So we'll see. D-Money bedtime for me, brother. Past 1. I'm here past 1 a.m. Yeah, hey, have a good night. CPI tomorrow. The market is confused about what to do. Yeah, CPI is tomorrow, chat. I kind of talked about that pre-market, right? Pre-market open. So you do got CPI tomorrow. So just be mindful of that, chat. We've had a ton of trades put on. Had a couple losers, the rest winning trades. One of the trades that I lost on was actually Trump, a Trump tweet or something. He right? So got long right after that and was able to kind of make that back. So not worried either way. So we'll see, you know, we can kind of frame something else here. 29,585 I think needs to get taken for more downside. And then, to be honest, you got a lot of room. But if they break that ORB low of 550, then you're looking at basically 489, chat. So, let's see. What time is CPI UK time? So I think it is, you know, I mean, it's 12 o'clock here now. So if you're in London, you're probably 5 hours or so behind. Is that right, chat? Isn't that right? It's probably 5. Is it 5 o'clock there now? $1:30, yeah, 5 o'clock, yeah. That's what I thought, right? So, yeah, it's at 8:30. So 1:30 would be the move, right? It's so difficult to get good trades after 11. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, we've had, I mean, chat, you've had multiple, I mean, opportunities. Even if, you know, it gets a little slow now, doesn't matter, right? I mean, I would hope that you kind of were able to capitalize on some of the trades that, you know, maybe you saw or agreed with the analysis and you took advantage of it. I'm not sure, but hopefully. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. That is correct, Amundo. It is definitely 5 o'clock somewhere, chat. So you got traded 5 accounts right now. You're able to bundle 5-pack bundle and save using the code PW. We got you covered 40% off. There's not much to kind of, you know, you're waiting for some kind of reaction here, chat, right, etc. So kind of pushing back up 29,630 or so. Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, we had a really good kind of morning. It's only Monday. Hopefully tomorrow brings a lot of volatility. As well in the market, right? With CPI. So we're going to find out either way. I will be rocking out tomorrow, chat. If you're late to the stream, I will be rocking out tomorrow, 9 a.m., right? So you got PW in Hawaii. If you guys have not seen that, he is living his best life. Got the tournament going on in Hawaii. So, this is what is this here? It says, this week, live from the BDH, one trader enters the ultimate trial by fire. That is very, very strange, chat. So this kid thinks he can handle the BDH. Well, I mean, I think we're gonna find out. There it is. So I'll have to see what that's about. But here's PW bringing him in. In Hawaii. You gotta love that. With the blue Marlins.
Hey, get in there, try poke that fucking thing. Walk him up the side.
There it is. You gotta love it.
Alright, ditch it, let's go.
You gotta love it, chat.
I gotta keep filming.
So he's in Hawaii living his best life. Don't you worry. That is correct, Amondo. So I'm not a boat person. Yeah, you can drink. Yeah, you can take some motion sickness meds if you need to. So, oh man. DMONEY, your trading is about patience and discipline. I wish I could get that mindset. I'm looking for 30 or more points per trade. Receipt for disaster. Yeah. So, I mean, you've had multiple trades today that were, 20 points, 25 points, whatever, right? 30 points right at it. The thing is, Chad, I'm just taking what the market gives, right? If my entry is not the best, I'm aware of that as well. And I'm not going to try to hold it, right? So, have you ever been to the Inn in Fort Lauderdale? The Inn? Is that what you meant to say there? The Inn? No, I have not. I don't know. Like, what is that? All right, you're getting some kind of rejection here, chat. Off of that, looks like pretty close to the 14 EMA, right? 29,638. Sounds like a CD motel, LOL. Yeah, I don't know. You have to find a prop after alpha close. Have to find a prop after alpha close. My funded. What prop do you recommend? Yeah, you got good options here. You got Tradeify, you got Lucid that are really good. I think those would be good ones to kind of start with, to be honest. Use the code PW. We got you covered. You like that rejection, and you're looking to see if there's more continuation down, chat. You got a 15-minute candle that's getting ready to close out. It's looking like a doji, though, right? Kind of like an indecisive candle, top and bottom wick. So, you're a little cautious of that. All right, so maybe a pushback up here, dig into that top wick, chat, and then sell off to the downside. I think that would be the move here, guys, for a short opportunity. I think we get back below 583, right, if we're going to flush Magush here. You already had the EMA rejection, chat. So that is kind of promise. Oh, man, it's already running. So let's see if we get down here below 582, guys, or lower, right? and we don't get yoked. Just looking for these lows to get challenged. Maybe like 586. Who knows? Gonna give it a second. There's 10 points. All right, there's 15 points, chat. Can we get more? Can we get TP hit? There it is. There's over 20 points on the drop. You gotta love that. So, oh man. Shorting the bottom is scary. Yeah, I waited for the retracement and rejection of the 14 EMA. So if you took the short, drop the W in the chat. You got paid. You got to love it. And I think 552 is the level you're looking for, guys. I think there's more downside. So I think that was just a hesitation to go lower, in my opinion. So I think 29,552 down to this box that we got mapped out. Keep an eye out for 29,490, chat. I think that level is at risk of getting hit. So, in all honesty. When's the next trade? Just kidding, D-Money. Love them big red corn dogs you mapping out. Yeah. Let me get you out of here. So can't be dealing with this, chat. You gotta, we're gonna give you a 5-minute timeout. We don't understand what's going on here. We knew that it's gonna be some craziness kind of creeping into the chat after a few good trades. So you gotta love it, guys. Oh man. The Lawn Arts, D-Money, I'm new here. What up? Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and you will get a notification when we're live. That is correct, Demondo. So, high stress day? Not really. I mean, I mean, Chad, I mean, I pretty much broke down, right? I mean, you had a ton of opportunities, in my opinion, to kind of capitalize on the movement here. The reason for that short was we rejected the 14 EMA and started taking out lows. So that to me is bearish. I think there's more downside, like I said earlier, guys, to 552 or lower. Kind of breaking that bottom. ORB low. I think it gets taken and it's sayonara, chat. Don't say I didn't tell you. Because we know somebody's going to say it, right? Somebody's going to say, I didn't tell them. But slow bleed, it seems, chat here to the downside. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. Pretty good morning to start off the week, chat. It's only Monday, so we got the whole week. I know I'm rocking out tomorrow in the morning. At 9 a.m., I will be back. So if this is your first time rocking out with the BDH, where have you been? That's the question, I think, on everybody's mind. What have you been doing? If everybody tells a friend, so tell a friend to tell a friend, chat. We had like, I think 4,100 people tuned in today at peak. If everybody tells a friend, that is 8,200 people rocking out live. Why not? So don't be shy. Spread the word. Will you be back after lunch? No, I will not be back after lunch. So you got Denny Dollars coming up at 1 o'clock. And with a mystery here. It says mystery, chat. I don't know if he's bringing out the suspenders or overalls or what that means. But that's what it says. So somebody said he's bringing his puppy. Yeah, I don't think he's not bringing his puppy, chat. Come on, man. All right. So 29,573. I think your initial kind of short-term TP would be here. And then if you break that, we already got a level down here mapped out, chat. So just keep an eye out, see how this kind of plays. Common sense, right? I think that the ORB level, a lot of people are kind of watching that to see if it gets tagged. So oh man, $570. So I mean, you're like flirting 18 points or so away from that ORB low. Hit the like very hard. Yeah, I agree. Why not? Let's see where we're at with likes. $1,500 chat. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. So 29,566, slow bleed to the downside here. There were some people saying they were trying to get long earlier. They got kind of quiet. We know they're using the code PW as we speak. So you gotta love it. Do you answer any questions or just joke around? I've asked you what your ETM setting is for the last 10 minutes. Yeah. So we're gonna do this for you since you want to be rude. And you don't understand that there's thousands of people in the chat and you think that your question is gonna get answered right away without having to wait, right? Is we're going to send you to BIP. You can come back under another user ID after you lose money on another stream. So we won't answer that question. We'll send you to the BIP room. You go. So there it is. Like, are you kidding me? Come on, man. Crazy thing is, Chad, is that people are like, I'm not even trading ATM settings or anything, right? So I don't know what he's talking about. So you're wasting your time even bringing that question up. We're trading price action. So good luck with that. So he gone. Unreal. That people are like, it's like unreal, chat. Literally, I've said this multiple times on the streams that if I miss a question, it's not on purpose, it's not intentional, but you can clearly see that we got 3,000 people here. At peak, we were over 4,000 people. So if you think that your question is, you're gonna be rude about it and think that I'm gonna answer it just because, like, I'm not, like, get out of here. You gotta be kidding me. I need to answer every question. Yeah, I know, apparently. So, all right. So 29,556 guys. You got pretty close to that ORB low. I think it's just a matter of time before it gets tagged, right? So within like 4 points or so. Time to go long. Oh, okay. I mean, it might bounce off the ORB, but I'm not willing to kind of take that. See, what I've noticed where I have a lot of issues, chat, where I've had issues in the past, is trying to kind of time the bottom, guessing the bottom, instead of letting price action dictate the bottom, if that makes any sense, right? Like today was a London high, low kind of range play. Yeah. Facts. I get chopped. Yeah. See, and that's the thing. I've learned that you know, that's not the best kind of thought process in my opinion. So I think I would rather kind of be smart here, Chad. I've kind of called out multiple setups here, and there's more lows as we kind of look at that, right? So the person that got short, unfortunately, they're getting burned right now, right? So more downside. Excuse me, just took out the ORB low, 29,552. When does PW fishing tournament end? I believe it ends Tuesday going into Wednesday, chat. So love your streams. Hey, I appreciate that. Definitely try, chat. I'm not perfect, so but I definitely try. Make no mistake about it. All right. Well, I mean, you had the continuation to the downside, and the way I had to look at it, Chad, I had to kind of figure out the hard way is that you're trying to get long on something on the higher time frame that's bearish, right? You're literally fighting the momentum. You're going the opposite of the momentum. And it might feel good for a little bit because you might be up a few points and then all of a sudden, right, the bears take back over and take this thing lower. So we just hit that box that we had mapped out. The next one is down here below 500. So that's just what it is. And it takes blown accounts to recognize that, in my opinion. Blown accounts and kind of going through the fire. So I'm waiting on another retest to retest DMONEY. I'm just trying to see if you see what I'm seeing. Yeah, I mean, you would want to, I think, retracement now. I mean, the current 5-minute candle, you don't want to, I mean, that bottom wick, you know, do you really want to short that? I'm not sure, kind of pushing back up. So why don't you open a YouTube channel? Because I'm part of the BDH. And I stream here Monday through Friday. So, I mean, I actually have a YouTube channel. I'm not active on there, so I haven't posted anything, I think, in like 2 years on that channel, chat, or so, or I don't even know. But I rock out here Monday through Friday, just trying to make a little money. So, if you want to rock out with DMONEY, you got to catch me here on stream. You know the vibes. What a stupid question, LOL. Yeah, I think they might be new or something. I don't know, chat. I get that question all the time. To be honest, people, you know, kind of bring that up all the time. So I'm used to that question now. 29,542. You're kind of looking to see, you know, who wins this battle. You got a 30-minute candle getting ready to close out bearish. You got a long top wick. All right, there's kind of nothing at the moment saying to get long. And if you're trying to time the bottom, you know, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. But I think any kind of retracement right now until otherwise, you play it as a possibility of a possible entry to get short, kind of riding that momentum to the downside. So that's how you stay on the right side of the market, chat, in my opinion. Three 30-point W's. Oh yeah, I mean, you had quite a few trades here, chat. You could have capitalized on today. So if you didn't make money, maybe you faded DMONEY and you learned the hard way. You got to use the code PW. So either way, we got you covered. Tradeify, use that code PW for the 5-pack, and come on back, re-energize with new accounts. That's all. As we quickly approach the bottom box, I think 500 levels in play. Just bounce off a pivot. All right. Well. How do you overcome the intraday buffer to buffer? Yeah, so I talk about this all the time. That's actually a really good question. The intraday drawdown, trailing drawdown. You need to take profit when it's on the table, chat. That's how you're gonna overcome the drawdown on a trailing account, right? Because that's all it is. Because it's only your positive drawdown that's impact. It's only your positive balance that's impacted, right? So when you have profit. Because a loss is a loss, right? But if you're up $500, you don't close it out. You close it out break even. Unfortunately, you lost $500 of trailing drawdown, right? So you need to be smart and understand that you're basically penalized if you don't close it out, the profit, if you don't take it off the table. That's what it is, right? That's how it's set up. Now, most trailing drawdown accounts, you talk about like Apex right now, 90% off using the code PW. You can get a 5-pack for $95. Once you're funded, chat, and you hit $2,100 in that 50K account, the trailing drawdown actually cuts off, and it's a regular account at that point, right? It's an end-of-day drawdown account, basically. So in the fund, only in the funded stage, right? Not the evaluation stage. So just be mindful of that. So I honestly don't have an issue with trailing drawdown accounts because, you know, I don't have an issue taking profit off the table. See, so if you're looking for home runs on every trade, you're probably going to have an issue with trailing drawdown accounts because you might be up 30 points in profit and you let it come all the way back, right? And then now you lost basically $600 of drawdown, right? Because you couldn't take it off. Look out for the 500s to get tapped here, chat. We kind of talk. Remember, this is not hindsight. We already had these levels mapped out. So look out for a 500 level to get tapped, it looks like. Thanks DMONEY for answering so many questions. Oh yeah, without a doubt. That's the thing. That's why I booted the other person out, because I honestly try to make an honest effort to answer as many questions as possible. So if you're gonna react that way, then I'm not gonna answer it. I'm gonna just kick you out, right? Because it's like, you know, if you want to be rude about it, why are you here, right? So I wasn't rude to you. You know, maybe he thought that I skipped his question or something on purpose or whatever it was. Like, who knows, chat, right? It is what it is. Who am I supporting for World Cup? I mean, you got to lean towards Argentina because they are the champion. They were previous champs, right? I mean, until otherwise. So we'll see. They keep finding a way to win, chat, if you think about it. So Messi did not score any goals in the last match, and they still won the match, right? He had obviously some assists, but he did not score. So even with Messi not scoring, they still find a way to pull it out. So I think you got to tilt your hat to them until otherwise. I think they're the favorites, right? Until otherwise. So that's it. You're sitting here 29,500 level. Right below it, right, is the box that we have mapped out, guys. That's just the bottom wick. 29,488, right? That's the bottom of that wick. I think they'll make an attempt at some point today to hit that box, it looks like. They are the enemy? Oh, okay. Like, all right, there it is. The box got hit, chat. So funny thing is, we talked about this ahead of time. So if you listen to the commentary and you kind of look at what's being said here in the levels, you will find that they often get hit. And that is a good point. This is why you don't pick bottoms. We had somebody screaming to get long, and unfortunately, they have already exercised the code PW multiple times. So because it keeps dropping, so that's this. And you got another box down here that might be in jeopardy, chat. 29,000, like 430 or so. Why didn't you take the short? Because I'm getting ready to wrap up here, guys. It's 12:36. But don't make a mistake about it. These levels were mapped out ahead of time. This is not hindsight, right? So because this is a clear level on a 1 hour chart, that if we're gonna kind of flush lower, you're looking at 430 down to 400. That's it. I'm gonna call it here, guys. It's been a pretty good session here. I will be back tomorrow. I gotta go run some errands, chat. And before I pick up my daughter from daycare. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. I will be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock trying to make a little monies. And we'll see if we can do it again. So on the way out, if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. You know the vibes. You got Denny Dollars coming up at 1 o'clock. Looks like with a mystery guest. I don't know what's going on here, chat. So who is it? We're going to find out. Is it Denny's overalls? You never know. So you got to tune in and find out, chat. Oh, man. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Big Brawley, yeah. So if it's Big Brawley, chat, and if he's going to be rocking out here this week, you won't be seeing D-Money for the rest of the week, chat. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to call PW and tell him that I got an undisclosed sickness because I will not be in the same room with Big Brawley. That's not happening. So best believe that is not going to occur, chat. NBI 6886. Thanks for the tip. You didn't have to do that, but you did. So I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm going to call it pretty good Monday here. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. Stay safe, be smart, chat, and don't do anything D-Money wouldn't do. So until the next stream, we gone.